Today, we are diving into one of the greatest unsolved mysteries in our search for life beyond Earth. It's a story that kicks off with a single, fleeting moment in time. So, picture this. It's August 15th, 1977. Scientists all over the world are pointing telescopes to the stars, searching for, well, anything. But on this one day, it seems like something might have been looking back. For just 72 seconds, a radio telescope in Ohio picked up this incredibly powerful and strange signal coming from deep space. A short, sharp burst of energy from the cosmos. And then, poof, it was gone. It vanished just as quickly as it appeared, leaving behind a massive cosmic puzzle that astronomers are still trying to solve almost half a century later. Okay, so let's rewind a bit. This whole thing went down at Ohio State University's Big Ear radio telescope. Now, this wasn't just any old telescope. Its main job was SETI, the search for extraterrestrial intelligence. Its whole purpose was to listen to the skies for any sign that we're not alone out here. But here's the thing. This wasn't some big, dramatic, eureka moment in a control room. Nope, it was actually a few days after the signal was recorded. A volunteer astronomer, Jerry Ehman, was just doing the tedious work of going through these huge stacks of computer printouts. And as he was scanning through all that data, something made him stop dead in his tracks. Even decades later, he was absolutely convinced that he had stumbled upon the very thing SETI was built to find. Imagine looking at page after page of ones and twos. That's just the faint background noise of space. And then, out of nowhere, this sequence, 6EQU-J5, practically jumps off the page. It was so unusual, so out of place, that Ehman just grabbed a red pen, circled it, and in the margin, he wrote one single word: wow. And just like that, the signal got its famous name. Now, it's really important to understand that the code 6EQG5 wasn't a message like an alien saying hello. It was actually a measurement, a kind of digital fingerprint of a signal that had some really, really suspicious qualities. So let's break that down. The Big Ear's computer measured signal strength with numbers from 1 to 9. If signal was stronger than 9, it started using letters. So A was 10 times the background noise, B was 11, and so on. This signal didn't just hit A or B. It ramped up through the numbers, hit E, then Q, and peaked at a U. That's an intensity over 30 times stronger than the normal hum of deep space, before it faded away. To put that into perspective, this wasn't just a tiny little blip. It was a colossal spike. Think of the flat planes of normal cosmic static, and then suddenly a skyscraper just shoots up out of nowhere. It was that loud, that clear, absolutely unmistakable. And it gets even weirder. The signal's frequency was almost perfectly tuned to 1420 megahertz. Why does that matter? Well, that's what's known as the hydrogen line. Back in the 1950s, scientists figured that since hydrogen is everywhere in the universe, this frequency would be the perfect universal meeting spot, kind of like the one cosmic radio station that any intelligent species would know to tune into. And this? Well, this is the real smoking gun, the part that gives you chills. Because of its design and the Earth's rotation, the Big Ear telescope could only see any one spot for exactly 72 seconds. So, a signal from a fixed point in deep space should get stronger for 36 seconds, peak, and then fade for 36 seconds as it passed by. And the wow signal? It matched that profile perfectly. Okay, so you have this perfect candidate for a signal, right? It's got the right strength, the right frequency, the perfect duration. So what's the very first thing you do? You point your telescope right back at that spot and you listen really, really hard. For those 72 seconds, we might have had a conversation starter from the cosmos, a tiny little window in time where something or someone was broadcasting. And in all the years since, after countless hours of searching that same patch of sky, the number of times we've heard it again is a big, fat 0. The line just went dead. And it wasn't for lack of trying, believe me. Ehman himself searched for months. Through the 80s and 90s, other astronomers used much more powerful telescopes, like the Very Large Array. Even as recently as 2022, the massive Breakthrough Listen project took a look. The result? Every single time, just silence. So if it was real but never repeated, what in the universe could it have been? Over the decades, scientists have basically become cosmic detectives, drawing up a list of the usual suspects. All right. Let's run down the list. The most exciting idea is, of course, ET. All the pieces fit, but it's totally unconfirmed. Then you have earthly interference, like a signal bouncing off space junk. Most experts think that's super unlikely. For a while, a theory about comets was popular, but that's been pretty much discredited. That leaves us with a more recent idea. Maybe it was just a really rare natural event, like a star's flare briefly lighting up a gas cloud. It's plausible, sure, but still just a theory. So, even though we still don't know what caused it, the signal left a permanent mark. Its echo isn't something you can hear with a radio telescope. It's an echo in our science and our culture. I mean, the WOW signal became the ultimate poster child for SETI. It was proof that there are strange, powerful things out there worth listening for. It inspired decades of new search projects. In 2012, we even sent a symbolic reply when the Arecibo Observatory beamed thousands of messages toward that same area of space. And, of course, you've probably seen it referenced everywhere, from the X-Files to the show Three-Body Problem. Which leaves us with the big question. What was it? Was it a cosmic wrong number? A one-time broadcast we just happened to overhear but can never call back? Or was it just a fleeting natural phenomenon? A ghost in the machine? After all these years, the signal remains exactly what its name implies. A moment of pure, unexplained wow.